Do you ever feel this way? Like somehow you're different? Like you never truly belong, not in groups, not in your family, and sometimes not even on this planet. I remember when I was about 4 or 5 years old, how I could stare at the stars for hours. I always knew I was missing something. Something that had to do with those stars, even if I couldn't put it into words. There was this deep, silent longing inside me, and so often I felt like a stranger in a world I couldn't understand. If you know this feeling, there's a very good reason for it. Maybe you are an old soul, or maybe you are one of those we call starseeds. In this video today, I talk about what that really means, why you never feel fully at home, and why you are here, right now. But first, a warm welcome on my YouTube channel. Maybe you can feel it too. This mismatch between your inner truth and what surrounds you on the outside. The world often feels hard, loud, full of rules that feel cold and empty. You see people doing things that make no sense to you, and I know how that feels. Even as a child, I sensed I was here to do something that felt important, something bigger than me. But I could never quite grasp it. I searched for over 50 years, trying to understand who I really am and why I am here. That mission, that quiet calling inside me, it was always there, even when I had no words for it. It took me so long because I kept doubting myself. I didn't understand what it was until I started dissolving my negative beliefs and simply began doing what I love, working with healing energies, discovering my own intuition and inner guidance, opening to star consciousness and higher realms. And then it became clear, this is who I am. It resonates so deeply. My love for other star beings and for everything we encounter here on Earth, it's all one. Everything is here to help us remember who we truly are. And the more I let go of limitations, the more my strength began to grow, because I stopped restricting myself with old beliefs about what I'm allowed to do or what's considered normal. Suddenly I could see healing energies. I could sense other star beings. My consciousness expanded rapidly, and everything started to make sense in a higher logic, beyond what we call logic here on Earth. And this is exactly what I wish for you, that these memories begin to return, because if you are an old soul or a starseed, your soul is already vibrating in a completely different frequency. So it's no wonder that your system sometimes feels like it's living in the wrong reality. You come from a realm where connection, truth, and love are the natural state. And that's exactly why this world often feels so out of place for you. Maybe you are wondering, am I an old soul or a starseed? Both may feel familiar, but they are not the same. Old souls have experienced many incarnations here on Earth. They've known the full spectrum of being human: pain, love, betrayal, devotion, service, leadership, silence. Many of them lived as healers, priestesses, seers, mystics or teachers, in different times, in different cultures. They carry a deep, often quiet wisdom within them. They appear mature, calm, and centered, but also often tired, because they've seen so much, and they often return with a deep inner longing to complete something. Starseeds, on the other hand, are souls who have incarnated here very few times, or even for the first time. They come from other civilizations, like the Pleiades, Sirius, Arcturus, Andromeda, and beyond. They bring a very clear light frequency, a different way of thinking, of feeling. And that's why Earth often feels dense, absorbed, heavy, even painful to them. I still remember the moment when I first began to speak light language, not from my mind, but from a place deep within me. It wasn't something I learned. It was something I remembered, a pure expression of a higher version of myself coming through sound, through vibration, through something ancient and completely natural. And in that moment, they told me, it's time. It's time to live your mission as a teacher, as a healer, but above all, as a messenger for something greater than words, for a remembering that is not written but felt. At first, I didn't dare speak about it, about my connection to the Galactic Federation. It sounded too strange, too far from this world, and I couldn't offer any proof, nothing you could see with your physical eyes, not yet. But maybe you have had moments like that too. A gentle touch from somewhere beyond, a deep knowing that wants to move through you, not from the mind, but from the soul. Many starseeds and old souls feel this, that they don't fully belong in their body, that they are not really here, but rather observing this world from the outside. And here's something important. When we speak about other lives we feel deep connected to, that feels like ours, we are really speaking from the perspective of the Oversoul. Because all your lives don't happen one after the other, they exist at the same time. You don't really have past lives. You are experiencing parallel timelines across different layers of consciousness. But your Oversoul, which is also you, holds all of these experiences as one vast field. But if your name is Sandra, then you only have this life as Sandra. Only the Oversoul can say, I have several lives at the same time. And the Oversoul can say, these are all my lives. What matter is, how conscious are you right now? How much are you able to feel, to perceive, to remember? Your awareness decides how you see yourself and which version of your story you are living. I know some of this might sound so unusual, crazy, but if you feel the truth in your heart, you will know it makes sense, because you are unique And you are here in this time because your consciousness is ready to remember. The earth most people experience is still vibrating in old frequencies, in separation, fear, control. So if you come from a field based in unity and light consciousness, it's no surprise that your system sometimes feels out of place. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You have just awakened earlier than others. It feels like homesickness or a deep sadness that doesn't seem to have a clear source. A longing that nothing in this world can truly satisfy yourself. Maybe you know exactly what I mean. And yes, it is time to start living this new truth, even if you are still unsure. Many starseeds carry within them the memory of other worlds, and also of Atlantis, Lemuria, civilizations long forgotten. Telepathic communication, the ability to move objects with energy, traveling through dimensions. And I want to tell you this knowledge, this frequency, this vibration of your origin, it has never truly been lost. Some of it may still be asleep inside you, deep in your cellular memory, in your light DNA. But it's beginning to awaken now. Maybe even through this video. Maybe in your dreams or in unexpected encounters on the astral plane. And then there is the strange, powerful feeling. I know this, but not from here. This is no coincidence. It's your soul awakening. And then, perhaps more and more often, comes that quiet but persistent question, why am I here? I can't tell you how many times I have asked myself this question, and maybe you have asked it too. You know deep down that you didn't just land here by chance, in this time, in this body, in this life. And many starseeds and old souls feel a clear inner mission, but the memory is fragmented. And that can feel frustrating, even painful. I get asked this question so often. Sylvia, what is my soul plan? What is my task in this life? And even though I can often see many things, very often I sense that their soul doesn't want me to tell them. Because it's not about being told, it is about remembering when they are ready, only when they allow themselves to feel it, to trust it, to take a step into something maybe they never thought they could do. Only then does it become real. And I still remember going to a psychic medium many years ago and asking her that very same question. She looked at me and said, she saw me standing on a mountain. She said, you have made it. You will help many people. You will bring something big into the world. And of course I asked her, but what does that really exactly mean? What should I do? How can I make it happen sooner? And she just smiled and said, I'm not allowed to tell you more. Today I understand. I understand that it had to be this way, that I had to search. And now I've found it. Or maybe I'm not yet at the top of the mountain, but maybe that's not even the point. This idea of arriving somewhere, Because your soul plan, like mine, doesn't come as a perfect map. It unfolds, it grows with you, it reveals itself in steps, depending on how ready you are, how conscious you are. That's part of the awakening process. Not everything will be shown to you at once, but your awareness expands the moment you start letting go of this old identity you've been carrying, even though it never truly resonated with you. You cannot find your soul mission by thinking about it. Your soul mission is a frequency. It wants to live through you. You follow it by doing what brings you excitement and joy, what feels light, what makes you come alive. And it expresses itself in many, many ways, not just in one role or purpose, but through every breath. Every moment you choose to be true to yourself, you are already fulfilling it. You're not here to repeat what others have done. You are here to create something new, something that already lives inside you as a whisper, a knowing, a message, a mission. And maybe somewhere along that way, you started believing that something was wrong with you, because you feel so much, because it seems like the weight of the world is resting on your shoulders. The wars, the suffering of animals, the destruction of nature, and you feel helpless. You feel everything too quickly, too deeply, and you are hurt too easily. You sense what others cannot even perceive. But what if that's not a flaw, but part of your assignment? Your nervous system is not too sensitive. It is highly receptive. You are not too soft. You are simply more open to the truth. You feel things before they are spoken. You sense when someone is not being real. You know when something is off, even if everything on the surface looks fine. This high sensitivity is not a mistake. It's a gift, it is a memory, it is a sensor, and it is part of your light body consciousness. Not to make life harder, but to align you more finely with what's true. Many starseeds and old souls have brought this sensitivity with them. This is an activation of your non-physical DNA. It is written into your soul plan. And this special assignment you came here to fulfill. And now the soul plan is ready to unfold in your way, in your timing, in your truth. Because you're not here to shut down. You are here to stay awake, to stay open, to stay soft, even when the world feels harsh. You are here with antennas and presence, not to fight what is wrong, but to shift it simply by being here, by holding your frequency. And sometimes you just feel tired, not physically, but that deep soul level exhaustion. This feeling that you have lived this all before, that you have walked these paths, felt these emotions, faced these shadows 1,000 times already. And it is like a loop you can't break out of. And you feel it. I am tired of this density, of this separation, of this repetition. But right there, in that exhaustion, there lies your power. Because no, you don't have to work through everything anymore. You don't have to go back and fix what was. You are here for a very specific reason, to raise the frequency of the earth through your awareness. Whether you came as an old soul, a starseed, or maybe both. You are here to remember your mastery, to embody your compassion, to step forward, to show a different way of being. The old world, the old matrix, does not want you to remember, not who you truly are, not that you are sovereign, not that you have always been free. It wants to keep you small, trapped in the illusion that you are powerless. But don't give up, don't lose yourself in the game. You have always been free, remember that. Maybe you have spent years trying to fit in, doing your best, shrinking yourself, holding back, trying to be normal, just to avoid standing out too much. Maybe they told you are too sensitive, you are too intense, you take everything too seriously. And at some point you started to believe them. You tamed yourself, just so others would feel more comfortable. You abandoned yourself in the hope that you then belong to somewhere. But none of that was ever really you. It was a version of you had to create to survive, not to shine. And then, quietly, softly, something begins to shift inside you, a moment of awakening that really tells you, that's not me, it never was. And yes, it hurts at first, when everything you have clung to starts to fall away. But it's also the beginning of something real you are remembering, not a role, but yourself, your light, your origin, the part of you that was never lost, only covered. Maybe you will never feel fully at home on this earth. Sorry for that. But maybe that was never the point. Because you are not here to arrive anywhere. You are here because something within you wants to remember, and that remembering doesn't come in big dramatic moments. It comes quietly, maybe in a dream, in a glance, in a déjà vu that washes over you in the middle of an ordinary day. In a meeting with someone and you just know, I've seen you before, but not from here. Maybe you have had more of those moments lately. Maybe beings appear to you in the night. Maybe you hear words you don't understand, but your heart responds with a shiver of recognition. That is no coincidence. That is an activation of your star memory, your galactic origin, your inner knowing. I'm part of something much greater, and it's calling me now. You're not lost, you are receiving, and your true home is not gone. It just speaks in a different language. And that is exactly why you are here, to make that language felt again through your light, through your frequency, through your remembering of who you truly are. I hope I could help you to bring your light out, and never forget, I love you. And please share this video. Thank you.